What if I told you that your lead generation campaigns are probably tapping into just 2 to 3% of the audience that you're targeting, and then showed you a way that you can reach the other 97 or 98%, which is going to literally transform the way that you feel about ads forever? That's what I'm going to do in this video. So stick with me for the next few minutes and all will be revealed. So I'm going to go down to my iPad. Now, first of all, here's how most lead generation campaigns are typically set up. So you would have your ad here. Forgive my handwriting. And that ad is going to drive people to a landing page. Okay, a little image and some copy, and then an opt-in box here. And then once people opt in, let's say it's for a masterclass, you're trying to drive traffic to a masterclass. Once people opt in, they then go to a thank you page, and there might be a video there just saying here's what to do next and some text. And then once people are on that thank you page and they've opted in, they're also going to be added to your email list, and you'll be sending them email 1, email 2, email 3, and so on to nurture them, keep them warm. And if it's for a masterclass, then eventually people are going to come to the masterclass where you've got your video playing, or if it's live, or however you decide to structure it. And then they're going to watch that video, and then you might drive them to a sales funnel, okay, where you'll have a sales page, and then they'll go to a checkout page and a thank you page or a purchase confirmation page. Okay, so this is a very traditional lead gen type direct response campaign that you would set up. Now, the challenge with this is that, firstly, when you're setting up an ad like this, you will be optimizing the ad for conversions. Okay, it'll be a conversion objective ad. And straight away, that tells Facebook that you are going to be going after the highest quality traffic in an audience. Okay, the traffic that Facebook believes is most likely to convert. It's most likely to convert by coming to the landing page and opting in to the thank you page. Some people who are slightly more advanced might actually set up this ad and they'll optimize for the sale. So they will optimize for sales, and they will drive traffic right through this process and optimize for the sale rather than the masterclass sign up. There are a number of different ways to do this, but the key thing here is that you will only be tapping into a very, very thin slice of that audience. And it's normally 2 to 3% on average of the audience are going to be the people that Meta will show conversion objective ads to. That's the first problem. There is a massive part of that audience that you're not touching. The second problem is that at every single point throughout this process, there's friction. And what friction means is that there are points where you're asking people to do something and they'll stop, they'll fall out of the funnel. So first of all, your ad has to be optimized to convert. Okay, it has to drive clicks to the landing page, which is fundamentally important. Then when people get to the landing page needs to be optimized to convert, which means that, you want people to be opting in here and giving you their contact details so that they can get to the thank you page. The thank you page means you've captured that lead. They've signed up for the masterclass. Then they're going to start receiving emails from you. But a lot of people won't, if you know about your email open rates, they might be 30, 40, 50%, depending on how engaged your list is. Even if they're 50%, that means that half of the leads that you've captured here are going to start falling out of the process when it comes to email. Then you've got to get people actually onto your masterclass itself. So you need processes in place to remind them that it's happening. And then once they're there, they need to consume the offer, or consume the content, see the offer, and then they need to make it to your sales page and through the funnel. Now, on average, it takes around 250 clicks to get someone to see your offer. Okay, which means that you need to drive a lot of traffic from here through this funnel to get through or past all of the different friction points, all of the different mini roadblocks that are in place so that people can see your offer. Okay, now this approach works incredibly well. It does work well. This is direct response marketing and it absolutely has its place. However, there is a better way to do this where you can sweep up that other 97 to 98% of traffic that are never going to even come near this. Okay. And not only that, you can create an audience here of people that you're going to feed back into this process. This is incredibly clever stuff. Let me show you how it works. So the funnel I just showed you on the previous page, let's say that that lives up here. Okay. So this is your direct response funnel. And that's typically where you're going to be sending lots and lots of cold traffic. You might send some warm traffic there too as well, but you'll be driving cold traffic there. Now, if you remember the points of friction that I mentioned, so just to come back, people can get to your landing page, but not opt in. That's a point of friction. So you'll have people that are sitting or have reached this point, but they're not going to go any further. You'll have people that maybe get to the masterclass, but they don't actually get to the sales page. So throughout this process, there are opportunities for people to fall out. Okay. So what we do is we have an omnipresence ecosystem that we set up for our agency clients, which is designed to do two things. Firstly, I guess that's actually not a first because these two things work in parallel. But one of the things it does is it captures people that fall out of this process. Okay, so the ecosystem might look something like this. Over here, we might have some video content. Okay, down here, we might have some high-performing social media posts. Content that you've created that's got good engagement. We might also have down here some reels, some short form video. And the idea is that you're building up an ecosystem of content down here. And what we would do is anybody that falls out of your direct response funnel, let's go green, they will then be fed into a retargeting pool so that they can start to see this content. Now, what's that going to do? It's going to keep them engaged, first and foremost. It's going to keep your brand top of mind, and it's going to show them that you are somebody that's pretty serious. They haven't just signed up for a masterclass, decided not to opt in for whatever reason, and then just fallen out of the process for good and never hear from you again. Maybe they'll get the odd email. Here, you are going to be visible to them in Facebook and in Instagram, and that's a good thing. You want to be visible, but you'll also be showing value. So there'll be, value in videos that you're sharing here. There'll be value in the reels. The social media posts will be valuable. You'll have calls to action as well. So you might, if this is the only funnel that you run, then you might have a video. One of the videos here, the call to action might be to check out the masterclass, and they can be fed back into that process. What you might want to do is do something clever. Let's say that the masterclass that you run here, there are 3 massive takeaways that you really want people to kind of buy into, because that is the bread and butter and the core of the offer that you're going to make. Well, if people aren't actually watching this masterclass, then what you could do is you could take those 3 nuggets and maybe create reels about them and have 1 reel for each nugget. And then people are still able to consume that information. Even if they didn't come in here or make it through this process, they'll come back out and they'll start to see this content. But this is only part of the equation, because I also spoke about how you can sweep up the other 97 to 98% of people, and hopefully me sliding back and forth on my iPad isn't making you feel seasick. But how we can sweep up the other 97 to 98% of people that are never going to make it into this funnel anyway, because of the way that these ads are being targeted using the conversion objective. So what we would do is we would also run cold traffic to here and to here. And by doing that, because we are using video content here and we are using reels here, we can build up an audience, let's go purple, of people that have watched some of these videos. Okay, we call them video view audiences. And by doing that, we create a virtual audience here. And I'll call it a virtual video view audience here. Now, what we spend a small amount of budget running ads from cold traffic, both, a slightly larger budget here and a smaller budget running ads from cold traffic here and here. And then we're building up this virtual audience. And then this virtual audience kind of sits at the core of everything that we do. And then we can retarget them with content here. We can retarget them with more content here. And in essence, we build up this omnipresent ecosystem. Because we will be using the video view objective for the ads that we're running here and here, we now get access to a much bigger part of the audience because it's deemed to be lower quality traffic. It's not the high quality conversion traffic of people that are going to opt in for a masterclass without really having heard from you before. Now, this is where we're able to use the video view objective and other objectives as well to really start sweeping up people that sit outside of the highly targeted conversion objective traffic here. And we can capture that 97 to 98% of people. So we're building two audiences using this approach. We have the audience that's opting in through your direct response funnel. And then we have this kind of virtual audience that we're creating on platform over here. And over time, this compounds. This audience here continues to grow and grow and grow. And we're retargeting it with content that's valuable and interesting and making offers. And clients that work with us that implement this strategy, this omnipresent ecosystem over time, really start to see exponential growth in their business. So look, that's as much as I want to share on this right now because it can get very, very complicated. But if you want to find out more about how me and my team can help you to absolutely smash your goals with your Facebook ads by implementing strategies like these, then I'm opening up slots for a small number of complimentary strategy calls. And I have a graphic here that will show you exactly how you can apply for one of those. So on these calls, we'll talk about you, we'll talk about your business, we'll talk about your goals, and we'll define a strategy potentially similar to the one that you see on your screen now that will help you to achieve your goals. Now, there's absolutely no obligation for you to do anything with us. You'll get a recording of that call. You'll be able to walk away with that strategy and do with it what you wish. But of course, if you feel like, hey, I'm vibing with Danny and his team, and I think that there's an opportunity for us to do stuff together, we can absolutely explore that as well. But no obligation, no hard sell. Let's just get to know each other and see if there's something that we can come up with that's going to help you. So to book that call, you can go to dannyyoungonline.com/apply, or you can scan the QR code that you can see on the screen now, which will take you to the same place. It's just easier. And then we can have a chat and see where we get to. Okay. I hope that's been helpful. I hope it's been of value. And hopefully talk to you soon. Cheers.